everyone, welcome to Balls and All, your sports and leisure show. And as you just seen, we're down here. Where are we?
We're at Whiteman Park at the muscle pool.
You can see he was ready for that.
Get him!
Thanks for joining us once again. And as you see with our summer series, we're trying to get around the metro area. And as we said, if you've got something happening in your area or something you would like others to see, make sure you get in touch with us at Balls and All.
And we're having a ball doing it.
Having a ball doing it and seeing a lot of sights around the place, and hopefully you're enjoying it. So, as we always say, let's get the
Balls and All rolling.
And with me, I've got Tim Blake. Hey, Tim.
How you going, Moose? How you going, Wayne?
Very good. Thanks for that intro.
And say hello to them too.
Hello.
And you're going to give us the update later on what's going on the NASCAR?
Yes, I will. All the updates, as well as we'll be drawing the second last prize winner for the actual event. So keep watching because it may be you.
That's right. So I hope you got your entries in last Friday, as we said. And
you know what, Moose, though, watching this, I feel like we should all have a holster or something. Like, feel like we're at the OK Corral with this background.
This sounds not big enough for the three of us.
Okay.
I feel quite lonely here.
Now, right into the Send Tim a Mic Fund, care of this station. And while you're at it, give us a couple grand.
Yeah, and the other persons with me is, of course, Wayne Simmons.
Yes, you can see the excitement when he said that. I was like, here's
You know.
Wayne. Well, anyway, we just want to say we're glad to be here. And we're going to go around Whiteman Park and we're going to see the sights and possibly get some interviews with some people.
We're going to look around and show you a little bit about what goes on here at Whiteman Park. Every weekend, thousands of people come.
Thousands.
Down here to Whiteman Park.
I saw Bozo the Clown the other day.
Did you?
Yeah, he was in here.
I find it easy to believe you've seen a clown.
So we're going over to Whiteman Park.
Yeah, we're on our way over to Whiteman Park to talk to the people there.
As a matter of fact, guys, James is already over there. So why don't we head on over and see what he's doing?
Yep, so over to you, James.
Yeah, thanks for that, Tim. Thanks, guys. I'm here with Jerry Deegan today. What's your job down here?
I look after the casual staff who help to run the place on the weekends and public holidays when we don't have office staff around. And in addition, I help to with others to put our events into play in the park. There's many events held here during the year, run both by the park and by some of the groups that are within the park, such as the Motor Museum, the West Australian Light Rail Preservation Association, otherwise known as the Bennett Brook Railway, and the Perth Electric Tramway Society, among others.
Okay, what kind of events, like you said, those ones there, what kind of events mainly go on here during normal time?
The big events are things like the Marlowe's Classic Car Show that occurs here each year. That's an enormous display of restored and vintage vehicles and all things automotive. Then there's things like the Friends of Thomas the Tank Engine Day, which is a really big attraction for the little kids, and quite a few big kids as well, I might add, with the trams, trains and buses of the park done up as the characters from the books. Then we have other events that, especially those that appeal to children, because we'd like to promote the park as a family venue, and by attracting the children here, we hope that mums and dads will come along too. So we have things like Willy Wagtail's picnic, and there are many Life Be In It type activities during school holidays and things like that.
That's great. Would you like to tell us a bit of the history about Whiteman Park?
Well, Whiteman Park, I guess, really originated from Muscle Pool, which was once part of a farming property owned by the late Lou Whiteman. And Lou encouraged people to use Muscle Pool as a picnic area many, many years ago. And it virtually developed from there. In later years, the land was acquired from Lou, along with many other properties nearby, as the government attempted to protect the Nangara water mound, which is Perth's water supply, of course, and that's underneath us here. Yeah. So in order to protect it, having acquired the land, it seemed appropriate to carry on with the use that Lou Whiteman had started for the area, and that is as a park, and hence you see what we have here today. The governments of the day through the years have supported the park and helped to develop it, and we now have many community groups operating here as well, of course. So it's a terrific place, appealing to a wide range of interests.
Yeah, no, it's quite good to come down here on a Saturday. You see lots of families that are having barbies. Is there any different plans for, say, the future? Any renovations or different ideas what's going to happen?
Well, Whiteman Park recently embarked on a new direction, and it's still early days yet, but some of those plans include possible expansion of the park, but the main thing is that we're hoping that this will provide a period of consolidation for the park and further development to improve the facilities that we already have here, perhaps to add a few new ones.
Okay, behind us this is the village, all the shops here. Do people work here full time or are they volunteers?
We have one full-time business here, and that's the cafe, but the other operators here are in the main the volunteer groups. Now the pottery behind us, for instance, is a collective of potters. Similarly, we have the Wood Magic Woodcrafts outlet, once again a cooperative effort by wood turners and wood craftsmen. The handcrafts shop is a similar sort of a group, and of course we must remember also the railways and tramways are all volunteer run organisations.
Awesome. Are they open for the public to go and see how things are made?
Certainly, the pottery behind us will turn on demonstrations whenever they have visitors. The woodcraft, they've got a lathe right in the front of the shop on really prominent display, and they'll quite often turn out some items of woodcraft there that showing off their skills and hopefully enticing more people to show an interest in their crafts.
Okay, I've seen a few dogs and that running around. Is that all okay here?
Yes, certainly. We'd like to encourage the whole family to come here, including the family dog, but we would ask that people leave the dog on a lead and clean up after it. But they're most welcome here.
That's great. Okay, if there's any families in there who want to find out more information about upcoming events and what goes on down here, because it's a pretty great place to check out, can they get in contact?
Yes, they can ring any time on 9249 2446, and that number is available 7 days a week, so that people can find out about the park, how to get here, and what events we might have on. And I should also mention we have a mailing list that we'd like to encourage people to join so that they can find out about our calendar of events in advance.
Great. Would you like to say the phone number one more time in case any viewers missed it?
Okay, that's 9249 2446.
Okay, thank you very much for your time and all the best of luck. We're going to check out a little start of how they do printing the old way with Tim right now, so let's go have a look.
Thank you, James. And if you're wondering why it's so noisy in here, it's because I'm at the print shop. And how you going, Phil? That's good, mate. How long have you been here for now?
I've been here 12 years.
Yeah, and what sort of stuff do you actually print here? We've seen some of the merchandise up the front here, but what sort of things do you produce here?
I print a lot of general printing, making boxes. Wedding stationery is a speciality I like doing. Colour printing, small books, and work for the park, leaflets.
Yeah. How many people would you say you get through here in a day, on a Sunday, for example?
On a Sunday, about 500.
500 people?
On a Sunday afternoon, yeah.
Do you give them a tour or something like that? Do you take them through the place, showing the machines, how they work?
Well, we're not allowed to have them inside here. There's a gallery up the top where they can look around, and if they want to ask questions, I'm only too happy to stop and give them a talk. We do have organised tours during the week if they book, but yes, we do give them a rundown of how it's all produced here, from the hot metal to the finished.
A lot of the machines here look quite old. Are they old?
Yes, one of my oldest ones is this one over here, which is 120 years old, made in America. Still in operation today. Yeah, it's one of my best machines.
And what sort of work would that have done in the past?
Oh, general printing, business cards, letterheads, and I would say it was based in Kalgoorlie, so I would say it would be doing a lot of miners' permits in those days. Yeah.
So do you have anything here that can make any money?
They can all make money. I don't know what if you mean $100 notes. We're not allowed to talk about that.
Yeah, I'll have to, all right. What I do notice here is you've got stuff even for civic video, so you don't
Yes.
just do stuff for any. You get out and about. What's all this to do with?
Oh, this is basically labels. We're doing labels for up, and it's basically when people go to the video shop, they buy popcorns, and these are the labels that sit on top of the popcorn bags.
Right.
And what I'm doing is I've done the colour work on here, and we're just putting a crease in here today, and then afterwards we're going to overprint it with the individual names.
Right, now the wedding stationery that you have here,
Yes.
I notice up there you've got boxes, you've got certificates, you've got invites. What products do you have available to the public?
Well, invitation-wise, we've got about over 450 designs. We do make some of our own. We do any type of colour, small boxes, anything they want really.
Yeah.
So we do custom-made ones. Some girls bring in their own designs, and we can help them out with what they want.
So how do people go about contacting you if they want to get something made up by you?
To contact me by telephone would be one way. My telephone number is 92492477.
Yep.
I have a fax number as well. I don't know if you want that, but anyway, it's 92492935, and they can ask me questions, or I send things through the fax machine or through the phone, and we can work it out from there.
Great. Obviously the other way is to come up here yourself and have a look at what is in the store. You can buy some of the merchandise, it's all for sale. You can also see how Phil actually puts the show together. And that's about it from here, and I think before we do go to a break, I'll let you know that by the sounds of things, Wayne's tried to commandeer a train, so you might want to hang around and have a listen.
Yes, well, as you can see with our huge budget, this is the limo, and I'm at one of the best. Getting run over by the action man, who and he wants to go for his license. Look at the way he drives. Okay, I'm at the best and the only bike hire place in Whiteman Park, and I'm speaking with Mike. How you going, mate?
Fine, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, are you guys open 7 days a week?
Holidays and public holidays, school holidays, yes we are. Otherwise it's just weekends, Saturday and Sunday, yeah.
Okay, and what kind of deals do you have going?
Well, the pedal cars are our main item that we deal in. They're very popular, and we have the tandem bikes, which are a bit of a novelty as well. And we have normal push bikes, but it's mainly the pedal cars.
Yeah.
And they're very good value at $6 measly for 15 minutes. 15 fun-filled, frolicking minutes.
Very fun-packed.
Yeah, they're very popular with the kids, you know, and families, so.
Yeah. Is it only 2 people allowed in the car?
Just 2, yeah. Maybe 3 if they're small enough, but mainly 2-seaters, yeah.
Okay, we're still looking for Wayne. He's on the train somewhere, so...
Hope he's alright.
Yeah, I don't know, that weird man. Here comes my chauffeur, so I've got a cruise. Thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you.
All right.
Get you out.
Let's go, action man. Don't run me over again.
Hey, come back! Get paid! Get back here!
Well, the good news and the bad news is, the good news is I'm here. The bad news is I missed the tram. So we're going to do something a little bit more interesting, and we're going to talk to Glenn. Glenn makes interlocking furniture from plywood. Glenn, how you doing?
I'm fine, Wayne. How are you?
I'm doing just peachy, thank you. Now, if you could tell us a little bit about this furniture.
Okay, well, the furniture in itself is only made of plywood and only interlocking. It just means that systems such as these are very economical in terms of space and the way they operate. We simply take out the pins and we can lift things apart very, very easily.
Wow, that's brilliant. I mean, you know, especially if somebody ever wanted to break into your house, you just pack all the furniture up and nobody know what was happening. So that's pretty good.
Yeah,
but
you can do that for sure.
And how long have you been involved in making this type of furniture?
8 years. I've been doing the development work on the pieces, and the last 20 or so weeks I've actually been here at Whiteman Park.
I think this is a very economical step for the new millennium. Now, what made you come up with something like this?
Well, I suppose more than anything, a need to create employment for myself, to really go back to my roots, if you like, as a graphic design student.
Okay.
And
I've lost my roots, actually, because my hair's falling out. But anyway, and you were saying?
Not a problem. No, really just wanting to combine the skills I had and to really choose furniture as something to earn a living at.
That's brilliant. I think if you could just tell us a little bit more about some of the things that you're making. This looks very interesting.
Certainly, I might just put this back together.
That's excellent. Well, I mean, that is just such an ingenious ideal for the new millennium. I'm just amazed at that. And this item here?
This was an early prototype for a lantern.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to be putting stained glass into the winged sections. So it's basically designed on a picnic basket style of work, and once again it's essentially based on a mechanical means of putting it together, which is as easy as that.
That is just absolutely fantastic. That is brilliant. I haven't seen any furniture like that before. Now, also, some of the other things that you've made or you're involved in?
Well, there's a board of work on the wall there, showing you some of the items I've done. Items in the future, well, there's a possibility that I might be doing someone's kitchen, not too far down the track. And a couple of other things, but I'm not entirely able to speak about those right now, but we'll just see what's happening.
That is just absolutely brilliant, Glenn. And I think if we get some photos, there's some photos here of some of the things that have been done. And I think that's an attribute.
There's an actual fact a piece of my work as well.
Okay, so we can have a close-up of this workbench. That's a brilliant item there. And it's actually a bench that works, so I think that's pretty good too. I can tell you it works because I can sit on it. Now, if anyone wanted to get in touch with you about this type of furniture, what would the process be? What would the phone number be?
Well, my work number is 9409-1056. And my address apart from that is at Whiteman Park pretty well every day.
Okay, then, Glenn. If we could just get that phone number again one more time, and you can just do it in telethon style so everybody knows what's happening.
9409-1056.
That was brilliant there, Glenn. We just want to thank you, Glenn. And if we could just show a bit of the work, the craftsmanship here, it's just been magnificent. And I just think that this ideal is just perfect for the new millennium because things are moving so quickly now that a lot of times people are going to be doing a lot of traveling and what have you. And it's just great where you can pick up and take this type of stuff. You can actually interlock this and put this in your suitcase. You could. And take it with you and do things with it. So it's just the uses for these things in the new millennium is just going to be astronomical. Now, speaking of Gridiron, since we are the first semifinal of the Gridiron WA State Gridiron Championships will be held this weekend. So please get down. That'll be on the 5th of February, and there's going to be 4 great teams vying for the championship, and it's going to be very exciting, so don't miss it. And that's going to be at the Ashfield Stadium. Hot diggity dog, and it starts at 4 o'clock. And recently I just spoke to some guys from the Steelers, and here we go. Hello, I'm Wayne Simmons for Balls and All, and we're here at the stadium just in Ashfield, just near the soccer club. And we just had a great game today, and there was a big upset with the Steelers upsetting the Jets 2-0. And the Steelers are a playoff contender, and also the Jets are, and this kind of hurt the Jets' playoff picture. So let's talk to the Steelers now. Your name is?
Mark Wilmette.
And
Lee Rose. Alex Lakovich. Dal Murray.
Okay, now if you want to tell us a little bit about your position.
I play cornerback and safety. It's globally called defensive back. My job is to stop the receivers from catching the ball. I counteract the pass attack, basically. And yeah, I only play defense. And that's what I do, basically.
Okay, and as you can tell, he had an accent, so you can tell he's from Canada. And you're from Montreal, is that correct?
That is very correct. Okay. And it's happy to be here, much warmer here than at home.
You ain't lying. I called home. It's like colder than Kris Kringle's butt. But anyway, we're also talking to Lee Rose. Lee Rose, if you could tell us a little bit about your position.
Well, I play offense, running back. I'm basically in the backfield. I control the rushing yards, and I just try to keep the ball most of the time.
Yeah, he's kind of like flowing.
That's about it. Thanks.
And now Lee Rose is a great player in the sense that he only comes to about halftime, and because of his work commitments, he plays half the game and then sneaks away with close to 100 yards. So he's got to show me how you do that. Now, and we also go to one of the Lakovic brothers. There's about 4,000 of them, and we have
Alex.
We have Alex Lakovic. His brother, as you know, was also played for the Perth Wildcats as a guard, Nicky Lakovic. And what about your position?
Receiver and outside line.
Okay, and as a receiver, your job is to catch the football. Is that correct?
And score, of course.
Yeah, scoring is very important. There wasn't a lot of it today, but it was enough of it for the Steelers to come out victorious. And
I play fullback and tight end.
Okay, then, God, that'd been pretty good at connections. Anyway, if you could just tell us a little bit more about that position.
Well, I basically block for Lee, and tight end is blocking come receiver. It's halfway in between a running back and a lineman and a receiver.
Okay, now, as you can see, it's not real big for, say, a tight end, so you must have a lot of quickness, and just, I guess it's an attitude that you have that you can go out there and do the job. Is that correct?
I also know how to block and catch. I've been playing long enough, so.
Okay, and how long have you been playing overall?
10 years.
That's long enough. 100 games, hey, you know, y'all got to give them a hand down in 100 games. That doesn't happen every day. Excellent. Now, if you guys could tell us a little bit more about your overall season, how you guys felt you went.
This year's season kind of started off very, very, very slowly. Team took a lot of time to gel, or what they say, but after a while, certain elements fell in the right places and started upsetting a lot of big teams. Big teams would come up to us, say, "Oh, the Steelers are having a hard season," and then upset the Giants, almost upset the Saints, upset the Jets today. Yeah, and almost tied the Vipers, basically. It was good end to the season. Wish if the season would go on a bit longer, would go better, but all we can say is we're undefeated in the new millennium.
That's a good point.
We've recruited very well this year, so we're going to be ready for next year, whereas a 2-year plan for us. So this is why we got guys like Lee Rose and a lot of new guys down this year. And the experience of Dale Murray and Craig Droplich at the helm will be a big force next year.
Excellent. Now, Lee Rose, let's talk about your running style a bit. You know, let's flashback. Now, of all the great running backs in the country, and let's say the U.S., who would you compare your running style to, and why?
Well, I like Tony Dorsett, Dallas. I'm from Texas, and I like Barry Sanders. You know, Dorsett grew up on him, and just watching his films and watching him play is real remarkable, and that's who I try to base my game on. Barry Sanders as well.
Okay, now, what would you say would be some of the good attributes of being a good running back?
Well, speed, power, holding on to the ball, good forearm, stiff arm.
Okay, now that's what I do, but what do you think is needed? Only kidding, no.
I like that one, Mr. Comedian. Now, you just got to really want it, basically. You got to want to do it, want to play, want to get hit, because you're going to get hit a lot. And you just got to basically want it. That's about it.
Okay, now let's go back to the man that's played 100 games. Now, that's an incredible effort. And what have you done to stay in the game that long? I mean, how have you taken care of yourself in the off season? What is your regime like?
I just play sport all the time, and basically I know how not to get hurt. As long as you play the game hard, you won't get hurt.
Yeah. And that's kind of like me. I know how to not get hurt on the football field. I don't get on it. So I just want to thank everybody for coming down, and we wish you guys all the best in the next season, in the new millennium. These guys are undefeated in the new millennium. Got to give it up. So is there anything else you guys would like to add before we adjourn? Or?
Maybe that Lakovich as the 1236th brother of the Lakoviches, you are? I just had a good season, morally took the team up. I think that was a turning point for the year, basically.
Next year, all competition come with it because we're coming strong. Steelers, baby, #1. Be there.
Whoop, there it is.
Definitely undefeated. We're going to take the title. We're going to take every team behind us.
Baby.
It's undefeated for the season.
And will you be back for another season?
I'll be back, and this is the first season we haven't made the playoffs, so it's left a bad feeling in a lot of old guys' heart. So we'll be back, and we'll be back hard.
Well, we want to wish you guys, the Steelers, all the very best. You guys competed well all year, a pass here, a play here, and you guys could have been in the playoffs. So that's no disgrace on you guys, and we wish you guys every success next season.
Thanks, love.
You're welcome. I'm just here hanging out with my mate Moose. Moose, you lost quite a bit of weight there.
Okay, enough jokes.
Sorry, sorry, Moose. I didn't know you was over there. Sorry.
It's okay. Well, we're here still at Whiteman Park, and Wayne, you're just about to go and have a chat with Neil here at where they do obviously wood carving.
A lot of wood carving.
And look, this actually looks a lot like me, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. I mean, the hat's a little bit different, and you can tell the splitting headache.
Yeah, and
his brains are falling.
His eyes are barely open like mine. So, okay, so you go in and have a bit of a chat with Neil here, and have a look at some of the beautiful woodwork he does.
All right, then we'll follow us, shall we? Hello, I'm here with Neil. How you doing, Neil?
Very well, thanks.
If you could just tell us a little bit about your shop and how it's set up.
Well, this is a cooperative group of 7 of us at the moment, and some of us do wood turning, some of us do carving, some of us do whatever, we're called wood magic. It's just anything associated with wood. That's the sort of things we do in here.
I noticed that like your material on the outside, that was a brilliant piece of work, and that's a good diet plan for some people. Jenny Craig, eat your heart out. But how long would it take to carve a piece such as that?
I didn't do that piece, but it was done for one of the open days we had on the park here, and there was a competition, and you had to have a scarecrow, and that was one of our chaps. It took him a day, I think, to make it, roughly.
Excellent. Now, I guess if you could take us through some of the pieces that you have in here, and we could just maybe find out a little bit more about that and what it involves to make some of these pieces. Yeah, sure. Okay. So, Neil, if you could just tell us a little bit about your pieces. That's an excellent bowl over there, and what did you use to get that together?
This is a bit of it's called a lignotuber. It's actually come from an Iliari, and that's actually where big ground level would be, and the tree trunk would grow up here.
Right.
Actually, it's a piece. I've actually done this bit, and it's been carved out with using an Arbortech.
Okay. Brilliant work. Now, how long would it take to do a piece such as that?
It's very hard timber. It's probably taken me a day, I guess. I tend to do them in bits and pieces, so I never complete one bit in one go ever, actually.
Okay. And some of your other pieces?
Well, there's some other pieces there. That's it's not an indigenous Australian timber, but it's carob. And the interesting thing on carob is that it's the older it gets, the more interesting it gets, in that you get these pink hues coming through it, and the timber needs to be quite old before you start to get that sort of colourings back in it.
Okay, now this huge, humongous piece here, you want to tell us about that?
Well, that's
if you can pick it up.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy. It's part of a jarrah burl, and again, it's just been carved out using an Arbitec, and you try to pick up the natural form of the timber and the way that it laid on the tree and make features of it. It's a boardroom piece, really, for perhaps on a boardroom table or someone's large lounge room, I guess.
Oh, I could see, because you can imagine a big table and the guy saying you're fired, and then he throws your paperwork in there. That's good. Now, if you want to talk a little bit more about some of these pieces here.
Little pieces. That's what this is. Red gum, what we call honky nuts. You know where the honky nuts come from? And it's who would have believed that could have produced a bowl with that sort of colours in it. It's lovely timber.
It has a nice gloss to it as well. That's brilliant.
This is another piece again that's it's not a local timber. In fact, it's one of the Chinese origin. It's camphor laurel. And again, it's got that camphory smell in it, but it's a softer wood and it's reasonably easy to carve. So hence you can start getting some interesting shapes in it.
Well, thanks a lot for that, Neil, and that's brilliant. Now, if someone wanted to actually get this type of material or get in contact with you to have this made, what number would they use?
Well, you could contact Whiteman Park, but we are open virtually 7 days a week during the school holidays and Christmas holidays and all public holidays. We're always here.
Oh, okay then. Well, thanks a lot for your time, Neil. Also, I'm trying to get in touch with Action Man because I missed the tram, and I think Action Man is still out there trying to find it. Typical Action Man, never give up. So hopefully we can catch up with him and see where he's going. Oh, Action Man! Action Man!
Oh, Wayne couldn't catch that tram, but you might want to see what Tim's doing at the handicrafts.
Thank you, Wayne and Action Man. And as you can see, I'm at the handicraft store. Do you like my hat? No, neither do I. I think I'll go back to the NASCAR one. But I do have with me here is Jenny. And Jenny, I was hoping you could tell us a bit about the store today, please.
Yeah, we have a group of ladies who work on various crafts. They all put time into running the shop, supporting the shop. We have children's area, teddy bears, dolls' clothes, porcelain dolls, handmade cloth dolls, various types of finishes on dolls, mermaids, fairies. There's a full range of clothes for your baby born, if you're that way inclined. We even find people come and buy their baby born clothes for the premature babies that they're small enough for.
You may even find me here soon, Jenny, because I actually have a little girl on the way due May 20th, so
right.
I reckon me and Simone will be here. Now,
congratulations, and I hope everything goes well.
So do I. Now, Jenny, I've noticed around this shop here, we've got everything. You've got your wildflowers that are pressed over here, we've got glassware here, we've got more glassware over here. Could you tell us a bit about this glassware, perhaps, and about the artists?
You don't need the wedding glasses for your...
No? You got them already.
Champagne toast, you've got those already. Kayleen does a beautiful job with her glassware.
Now, Kayleen, she's one of the people involved in the consortium here that all put in different art and craft for the store, is it?
That's right,
yep.
Yes.
And how many people would you say are a part of this consortium?
There are probably 12, 13 people involved in the consortium at the moment. As you said, one lady does the pressed flowers and the glassware. We have actually a chappie who was a Bosnian refugee, he's only been in the country for 2 years, and he does the lead art over here on the side, which you may have a closer look at shortly.
Certainly would, yes. Oh, that's fantastic. And who actually put all this together? Who was it behind this? Were you part of the people who...
I'm a very new member of the group, but the group has been running here for the last 7 years, and we still have some of the original members.
Great.
Who actually working in the shop.
Do you enjoy working at Whiteman Park?
Oh, lots of fun. I love the park. Fantastic place to go.
And any good stories to tell us?
Only the lizard that comes to visit.
You've got a lizard,
we have a bobtail lizard that comes to visit. We all feed him yogurt.
You know what you should do?
See him out there?
Put
tray of paint down and get to walk through it, and you can have little lizard prints everywhere.
Well, we're coming up, if you're doing nothing at the beginning of February, we're coming up for the clean-up day, so we'll come and get the trained lizard and you can paint the floor and get him to put his footprints across.
Right.
About that.
What's this with clean-up day? Could you tell us more about that, please?
You clean the walls and you clean the floors and you repaint the floor. Sounds like a fantastic job.
Yeah, it certainly
The
does,
shop,
yeah.
looks, shop look really fantastically bright and sparkling when we finish with it.
Right, you do this once a year or...
A couple of times a year.
A couple of times a year, you get the whole place a paint job. Over here, looking at more, what are these things over here?
These have been machine embroidered with little teddy bears and flowers and things to match the pattern on the towel. They're just a hand towel for the kitchen, bathroom,
right, now,
wherever you like to go. You've got the old boot that's been painted. It can be used as a doorstop, or you keep it and throw it at the old man if he comes home late. Or the cat if he's being a real pain.
well, I don't want Simone to see one of them because I'll get into trouble because I'm always coming home late. And these things here, I definitely can't get any of them because I'm always dirtying them as soon as they come out of the kitchen. I get into trouble for that.
That's
too.
right. You'd be one of those people who came in out of the garden and sort of wiped your hands on the towel before you actually washed
that's
it.
me.
Yes.
Now, all these wildflowers here, I mean, obviously we're seeing the kangaroo paw here.
These are Irene's work. Irene actually goes out, she has a licence and she goes out and collects the wildflowers and presses them, usually between pages on a telephone directory. And once they've been pressed, she has to get her whole stock in spring when the wildflowers are out, and she's got to make sure that she's got enough to keep her going through for the whole year. And then she does, and it's the only place in Perth where you can find the pressed wildflowers that have been put in the glass in the lead light, the way she does them. So they're quite exclusive, and she's also one of the original members of the consortium here at Whiteman Art Craft.
Right, Jenny, now these lead lights, these are the ones by the Bosnian chap you were talking about.
That's right, these are Yasmin's. Yasmin does a fabulous job. He always comes and asks for more ideas of things that he can do. Very keen to work and obviously to make a living now that he's arrived in Australia with his wife and his two little children.
Well, that's great to see that he's given it a go too. Now, what about all the bears and that you have here as well, please?
These are our beautiful Christmas bears. They're actually out on special at the moment. So if you want to get a really good deal...
Is this because Christmas is finished?
The bears are beautiful, yes. I think she just decided that she'd like to have a bit of a change for a while, but I'm going to buy one and take it home and just take its Christmas cloak off and leave it for later on.
Well, I reckon I know a little boy by the name of Dylan who may just want one of these.
You're right.
What do you reckon, Dylan? Do you want me to bring one home? Well,
absolutely.
Jenny, actually, we'll just come over here. There's actually a bit more I just wanted to have a look at. These things you've got over here, what's all this about?
This is our garden. This is our gardening section. There again, it's a mixture of different people. It's Sandra does the folk art painting, Doris does the embroidered cushions, Marina does the dried wildflowers, Chris does the lovely cross-stitch pictures up here, and this is our gardening section, so you can come and get a really fantastic set of gardening tools. Oh, you'll have to go weeding with that. That's really going to make the weeding.
I think I'd ruin them. No, well, that's great, Jenny.
You have your glamorous gloves to go with it, so that's fantastic.
No, this is fantastic. It's great to see little craft shops like this, and a lot of people who do come up to places like Whiteman Park really do enjoy coming to craft shops. So thank you very much for showing us all of this stuff, and if anyone wants to contact you,
they can come and find us at Whiteman Park anytime. We're here Wednesday to Sunday from 10 till 5.
Thank you very much. And now it's off to a break. Thank you.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Balls and All, and we've had a great day here at Whiteman Park. Behind me, before I scared them all away, was a whole heap of pink and grey galahs. I imagine someone less frightening, they might have stayed here, but they've flown away. And talking about flying away, as you saw last week, we went up into Bindoon and spoke to the guys and ladies up there who do flying in their ultralights. And tonight we're going to show you the second part when we sent the mighty Action Man up in one. So take a look at this story.
on.
Boy.
This thing is just so light in the air, it's like flapping around. Oh God, we're not. It's not too bad here.
Have a good time?
Yeah, brilliant.
Was he a good rider there?
Yes.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Thanks a lot to Ben Hall and all the guys up there.
What did he haul?
Bill Hall, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Action Man and everything. He did come down to earth safe and sound. And don't forget, that's what our show's all about. If you've got something that, some kind of sport, some kind of leisure, get in contact with us. You'll see the details at the end of the story.
You see, our fans love us.
Yeah,
Somebody just
fans
threw a
do
rock
love
at
us.
me.
They're throwing stuff at us. Want to announce the winner of the 1 month free entry to the gym there at the Morley Rec Center. Andrew Allen, Grant Biggs, Joel L.B. Dushka, Phil Kerr, and Amanda Tompkins. I had to read it because someone's lost it here. What's the matter?
The crew told a joke when we were off camera.
Hey, remember, this is a family show, Jay.
Now, Wayne, you got something to say about what the who made the wood?
Yes, I do.
Furniture?
We just want to say a big thank you for Glenn to having that time to spend that time with us. He does some furniture, and it is very good furniture, and he's also going to have a showing soon. So let's make sure that once that is found out, he's going to let us know, and we will let you, the public, know. So we can all have some fun and come down and support him because he's got a great idea.
Joke anyway.
Yeah. Two dudes.
All I can say is Armageddon.
Okay. Now,
All right.
Tim, give us a quick update on what's going on with the NASCARs. This is our second last draw you're going to do in a minute.
That's right, and what I can tell everyone out there is this is not confirmed yet, but it will be finalised hopefully over the next week. It's definitely on the plans, and that is that Thursday the 10th of February, on a Thursday night, the City of Joondalup is going to hold a civic reception for all of the NASCAR teams and drivers. The public will be invited. There will be a sausage sizzle, and so just come on along. On the Friday night, on Friday the 11th, we're hoping to have all the NASCARs in Northbridge. They will start up, they'll do a parade through Northbridge. The streets will be closed off and there's going to be a huge party.
So if you're going through Northbridge, make sure you bring your earplugs because they are loud.
And make sure you find a way to stop James from laughing because he's losing it here, baby.
Now, just while he's about ready to draw the second last prize for the one-day ticket up at NASCAR, I want to say thank you to Phil and Karen. Yes, I do remember you, Phil, and I can't talk about you on camera, but thank you for commenting about our box there. I mean, we went to great lengths there to
man, we
links.
Oh, that's another D Block story. We won't go there.
Okay, now who's the winner there?
Yeah, all right, we'll tell the winner now. Okay. C.A. Jones of Medora Bay. Congratulations. You'll be going along to see the NASCAR's race in February.
Where's Medora Bay? Isn't that Rockingham or Mandurah?
Wouldn't have a clue.
We're getting a lot of letters from Mandurah people. They certainly want to get up and see the NASCAR.
I didn't know if that was a posh name for Balga. I couldn't understand.
It could be. You never know. You never know. Okay, well, everyone, thank you for watching today's show, and I hope you've enjoyed the sights and the people here we spoke to at Whiteman Park.
James sure did.
And make sure you come down and have a look here. There's a lot to do, lots of empty space here, lots of parkland and playgrounds for the kiddies to play on.
Make sure you bring a gerbil too.
Bring all your pets with you, as long as you lead them on a leash. Okay, so we're going to be back before it gets too crazy here. 8:30 Monday night, every Monday night. The name of the show is
Balls It On. Have a few tonight.
Thank you for watching.